There it is. Here we are. Hey, everybody, this is Johnny Beane. It is February 19th, 2019, 5:18 p.m. There it is. And hey, that's not me. It is February.
It is.
What's up? Who's in here? We got Jay Hannon.
Ow!
Hey, man.
Right.
David Nesdahl.
Hi.
Did you say bye?
He's all right.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
We went live and lost 10 people. That's see, Jonathan was just mentioning.
No one wants to work with me.
Yeah. And Jonathan Mancuda, great to see you, dude.
How are you guys?
Awesome. Everybody's good?
Bye, Johnny.
Everybody's good? Huh? Yeah, I gotta take Howie out real quick. So you guys can take over. There you go. I'll be right back.
Let's see. Hi, everyone. Chat. My chat froze.
Your chat froze?
What?
Jeez. Go ahead, Jay. What do you think?
Heck more.
Well, right before we went live, we had, I think, at the time, 46 or 47 people with a buttload of thumbs ups before we even started. And Jonathan was like, see, it's better when we don't do anything. We get more people, doing all this stuff. And it reminded me of my own Instagram page, because if I post something, I'll lose probably 10 followers in the next day after I post something. Mm-hmm. But if I don't post anything for like 3 or 4 days, I'll gain followers. And I'm like, shouldn't it be the exact opposite, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's not a show unless I mess some tech up. Something's always wrong. My camera freezes, my mic goes out, the chat freezes. This is why we lose viewers.
Should we do a roll call in the meantime?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'm going to go bottom to the top, which is the exact opposite of what Johnny does. No, he does bottom to the top.
No, he just takes it right from the bottom and then says hello to people as they come up.
All right. Nightbot, you son of a bun of a sitch. JJ's House of Jams. We got Jimmy T, Thrash Metal, Bozique, Lefty Mike. Hey there. Dan Halen, Jimmy T again, I think I said his name. Ben Coombs, Bozique, Anthony. I'm just going to read him. If I double up, who cares at this point? Todd Soda Pop, Brendan Buttcheeks, Amanda Coombs, Quentin James, Jim Nicholas, Shauna Marie Sings, Guitarded. I like that name.
That's a great name.
R2R3, Tube Supio? Supio.
Don't drop the soap, I think it says.
Oh.
Oh, that's the name.
James Gum, Iron Bassist, Dan Halen, Michael Bishop. Michael Bishop, Pork Chop SRV.
Love that name.
Vinny 5150. Am I missing anybody here?
A lot of people came in. Benjamin Smith,
Greg
Iron Bassist, Greg Grimm,
Robert
Bozique,
Lefty Mike,
Guitar Hack,
Ron Limber, Brian Davies. Good God, we're getting flooded with people.
David Ennis.
Give it 5 minutes. We'll be down to 10. Yes, Anthony, I finally got the internet running. I'm in a different room of the house, and my mic is screwed up. I mean, everything's fucked. It's always fucked. But thank you.
A64 T-Bird. So this is great, because when Jonathan, when you're on, it's cool, because usually if somebody curses, it's like, ooh. But when you're on, it's like,
no. When I curse, just say it. When I curse.
Yeah, because I don't, and which is weird, because in real life I can't help myself. But when I get on here, I'm really I try to restrain myself in the best way possible.
I'm like the black sheep of the family. Everyone expects me to do stupid, wrong things. That's just what's going to happen.
But that's what makes it fun.
It's a very diverse thing. I go over to Nesdall's and the tech over there, I feel like I'm at NORAD ready to launch missiles.
What are you talking about? I've got one computer.
But it works perfectly. It works.
Well, it's a Mac. I'm sorry.
You're in high debt. Well, mine's a Mook. I got it in Chinatown for like $40. The person,
I understand.
once I gave them the cash, they ran. You sucker! And that was it.
You know, a MacBook Pro, it runs itself. You know, all you got to do is just turn it on.
That's right, man.
I got no MacBook Pro.
Come on, you're an international actor.
That doesn't mean I'm smart. It just means
Go get yourself a computer. Stop buying guitars.
I mean,
Yeah, no. I saw a comment about my shirt. I'm on a mission. Me and Jeannie are both on a mission. This is my third and Justice for All t-shirt that I have right now. Jeannie got one yesterday or 2 days ago, yesterday. It's like kind of like a baseball tee. It's got the black sleeves, the white top. It has the Justice logo in the front. And so I'm on number 3 now. I'm going to keep it going.
That's cool. I'm sporting the Cat House today.
Oh,
Ricky Rackman's famous rock club in Hollywood, the Cat House.
Awesome. There you go, man.
Todd, aka Soda Pop, says I'm the guitarded member of the family. Oh man.
Wow.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, good to see you.
You too, brother.
Great to see you, man. Always great to see you. Great to see all you guys.
Shauna Marie,
Oh.
thank you. Good to see you.
Hey,
Man.
Shauna.
Good to see you. Vinny 5150 wants to know what's with the pink hat, you crazy Italian. First of all, I'm a Jew. So my kippy keeps my keppy comfy. And I got about like 5 or 6 pink beanies and scarves. And when I just get lazy, I just throw one on and I feel good about myself. Other than that, I'm suicidal. You would be too if you were me.
If your microphone was low too.
If you couldn't figure out how to work, holy crap, Howie's masturbating right now on the screen. This is the response I get. Did you see this?
He's happy to see you.
I'm happy to see him, but I'm not fingering my ass.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God. Why I wear a pink hat?
Man.
Otique, I'm not pretending to be Italian. I'm from New York. I live in Hollywood, but I'm from New York, so we talk like this. Jews and Italians are very similar, especially in New York. We both have mothers that nag. We have mothers that want to feed us a lot. We're always worried and talking with our hands. We complain about pizza anywhere else. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan Buttcheeks, how are you, man? All right. On to the madness.
Yeah. So what's the latest?
It reminded me of that Kermit the Frog meme. Where it's like he's taking a sip of tea, but that's none of my business, you know.
Look at this. This actually is tea.
It is tea.
I'm not joking.
So what's the latest?
No one tea bags like Johnny.
Oh man, this is gonna be strong stuff. I didn't mean for that to fall in there like that. Wow. So what's new, Jay Hannon?
What is new?
Yes.
Yeah, I did something, and I'm probably going to undo it because it's not doing what I was hoping. So if anybody saw my Instagram, speaking of Instagram, if anybody saw my Instagram today, I posted a picture of my 2 Wolfgang guitars, the striped one and then the white one with the black binding. And yesterday, I decided, because here's the thing, right? I'm a huge fan of Eddie Van Halen, obviously, and his striped guitars. Yeah, his striped guitars are my favorite, right? And that guitar was just sitting there because of the jumbo frets, you know? I don't play it. So I'm like, you know what, man? I'm swapping the necks out. So I put the Japanese neck with the vintage frets on that. And at first I was like, ooh, this is going to work. And it just doesn't. The whatchamacallit.
That's a jam.
No, well, no, the whatchamacallit of the neck. The
heel.
The heel of the neck is literally so slightly, barely thicker. And just I had to raise the trem up a little bit, and it just doesn't work.
Why don't you just get a refret?
I know, that's what I might end up having to do. I'm just gonna do it. Screw it. You know?
Yeah. Swap necks, and it's like a key party in the 70s. Don't start swapping. Just
Well, here's the picture. I was wondering what you did because you sent the picture, or I saw it on Instagram or whatever.
That's a cool looking.
There it is.
You like that tablecloth, huh?
Yeah, that's.
Well, that's not the picture that I sent you guys. I sent Johnny and Dave the picture of the aftermath of. There's that, but then in the background, you'll see.
Everybody, put on your glasses.
Yeah,
see, even I'm blurry.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. I think, right? Is that good?
Is that a birthday cake?
No. Yeah. EVH birthday cake. So, and I waited to put the Mexican neck on the Japanese body just in case this didn't work. So it's just something weird. The guitar doesn't feel right, you know, like something about the resonance when you're palm muting and stuff. It doesn't have the same oomph.
On which one?
This one now, you know,
on the striped one. So what was the deal?
Yeah.
So the striped one has the stainless steel?
Yeah, I put the Japanese neck on that.
Oh, okay.
Where is it?
Okay.
Yeah, and I was messing around with it, and I was like, this doesn't, you know, like I said, I had to bring the bridge up, in my opinion, too much. And I was messing around, you know, doing the neck and stuff, and it just something's weird. So,
you know, I'd say don't tinker with these guitars, but that's why Van Halen's came out so good.
Mm-hmm.
I know, yeah.
How do you know? Have you ever played it? It's good.
Well, I don't know how to tinker on. I don't know how to tinker that much. You know, I end up screwing stuff up. So.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should have just left him alone. That white guitar with that Japanese neck. That it was perfect as is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna put it back.
Did you play those, Dave?
Play whose? His two guitars?
Yeah.
You said
I played the one. Yes.
No, that's what I'm asking.
Oh,
Did you play Jay's?
I only played one of them because I set it up. He sent it to me, and I put it together and set it up and sent it back to him.
Yeah, and Dave, Dave installed a real Floyd. I don't want to say a real Floyd. I'm sorry, a German Floyd in place of the EVH Floyd. But yeah, when I got that last Christmas, when I opened it, I mean, the action was just like, holy crap. Perfect, man. Super close.
It's Dave.
I know.
I've played a bunch of guitars at Dave's house. This man knows how to set up guitars. Mm-hmm. I give my hat. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even I've played. Dave sent me a guitar, and the action was perfect.
Yeah, well, Dave, didn't you used to work? You used to work in a music store once, right?
A few of them. I worked at Manny's Music. I worked at Guitar Center. I worked at a few mom and pop stores. I've probably worked in music stores for 25 years.
What you work in Manny's? Because that's legendary. Manny's Music.
95 to 98.
Oh, you could have bought all the good stuff then. Pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
When everything cool came up for sale and trade for like $30 for like a Charvel.
Yeah.
Dave, speaking of that, was there any time that somebody came in to trade in an instrument when you were like, be here at 5 o'clock?
No, because ethically that's wrong. And I
know it is, but I'm sure sometimes you had to be like, really like, just, man, I want this guitar.
Yeah. And I would buy it through the store and then buy it because that's just the way I am. I can't do it unethically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was sending Nesdal texts. Hey, anything come in that I can meet in the alley?
Wow. Yeah, I do remember those days. You know, the pawn shops had the most. Well, that's how I got my Kramer Ripley in a pawn shop in 1995 for $350.
Oh, the best time to buy cool guitars in the 90s. I didn't know. I wasn't. I had also gotten out of the music scene at that time. I ignored the 90s. Everyone, even the rock stars, sold all their crap in pawn shops in the 90s, and for pennies on the dollar, and nobody cared.
Yeah, if it had a Floyd Rose on it, it was like you couldn't give it away.
Yeah, everyone like a Fender Jaguar or a Mustang or
yeah. Mm-hmm.
God.
Hey, wait a second. When I watch commercials and car commercials, isn't it a Jaguar?
Jaguar.
I think that's to rich people, right? Rich people call them Jaguars.
Jaguar.
Those are people I want to choke to death.
Yeah.
Throw Grey Poupon through the windshield of their Jaguar. By the way, real quick, Brendan Buttcheeks, you have an audition. Good luck, brother. Break a leg, man. I'm crossing fingers for you. Bravo. Bravo. We all want you to do well at that.
Wait a second. What is the what's the audition for?
The
HBO series. Wow.
That's Brendan B. Squared. That's Brendan Buttcheeks, right?
Yes.
Yeah. HBO series.
Awesome. Well, good luck, man.
Good luck, brother, man.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah. Right on.
As soon as you're successful, remember to watch us still.
And now, Brendan.
But wait, it's an HBO series.
Now,
like watching us.
If you get the role, now that you mentioned it in the chat, in the credits, it has to be Brendan Buttcheeks.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, listen, those picks are going to be worth a fortune.
Yep. I'm not using mine. I'm going to save them. Oh, man, you got one of those Buttcheeks picks?
Where do you get one, man? That was like when he was like still touchable. That guy doesn't even appear on red carpets, man. He's that exclusive.
He has his own award show.
He gets his own red carpet over the red carpet.
Brown carpet.
Man, speaking of the red carpet, man, I heard that one street in Hollywood is just a nightmare now.
Oh, wait. By Sunday for the Oscars, it's so blocked up over here, it's ridiculous. Totally.
Mm-hmm. Like, security is way tighter now than it used to be, right?
Oh, yeah. And they block off the whole street. All of Hollywood Boulevard from, like, blocks away is so far.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? Yeah, I heard about that.
Guitarded, whose volume is screwed right now? Come on.
What do you think?
Of course it's mine. It's mine, of course. No one can hear me.
Let me see. Yeah, you're all the way up. Nesdal is halfway. Jay is halfway.
Oh boy.
I'm assuming I'm probably the loudest because I got this thing in my face.
Wait a minute! No way!
Hey!
I can just do this.
I'd love to work with you too, man. You know, he's saying I'd love to work with you someday, dude. I take every job someone offers me. I'm in a truck stop dancing, everything, whatever's offered to me, I take.
Every job?
Yeah, no, I gotta work, man. I gotta work. Yeah, but no, Johnny, what you were saying, yeah, no, it's crazy over here. Totally blocked off Hollywood Boulevard. And then, you know, once those limos start pulling up for the red carpets, it's just madness. Police are everywhere. It's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've never been there for one of those events, although I've been, you know, right in front of the theater and everything. And I heard, yeah, the entire street is blocked off. If you want to see anything, either you're across the street way back or you're like down the street. They don't let anybody near unless you're like on those bleachers. But if you're on those bleachers, you're just like stuck there for like all day, basically.
Yeah, and those you have like wristbands and stuff and security and, you know, all that crap. And what I do is I go on the top of Jimmy Kimmel's theater in a squirrel flying suit. And I glide down until someone shoots me. Just if I could like say hi to someone, you know?
Mm-hmm. Did you guys, did you ever see the Jimmy Kimmel bit with Harrison Ford? Where Chewbacca was going to jump off the top of that theater, and Harrison Ford went up and told him everything was okay. You guys ever see that?
Well, you know what it is? He didn't get a medal.
Was that it?
He went through all this stuff and he didn't get a medal.
Yeah.
He helped destroy the Death Star. No medal. Han, Luke, no medal for Chewie.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
You didn't notice? Watch the end of Star Wars. Leia puts a medal on Han, and he's all smiles. Puts a medal on Luke, and he's all smiles. Then everyone turns at the audience, and Chewie's like, like,
wow. See, that's funny. Nowadays, those are things that people would notice, like, you know, big time.
She put it.
Not PC. It's not PC because the goddamn Wookiee didn't get a medal.
Yep. He's not Asian, and he's not black, and he's not human, and he didn't get a medal, so he's discriminated against. Oh, it's not fair.
Chewbacca got a shock collar and a muzzle.
And he's got to go for a walk. Jim Nicholas says, Dave Nesdall, I watched part 2 of the Dweezil Zappa Rasta guitar video from Norms. What type of gold tremolo is on that guitar? Is it an original Floyd?
No, it's a Shaler Floyd.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's a part 2?
Yeah.
I didn't know it either.
I haven't seen the part 2 yet. No.
All right, see you guys.
It's only a couple minutes long.
So it's like a part 1.5.
Mike Agnesi plays his best Van Halen riff.
Dave, didn't you just switch the tremolo to yours on gold?
I did. I put a gold one on.
And you put
no, because I wasn't going to buy one. I had a gold Floyd, so I put that on.
All right. Well, it's sure nicer than the one I don't have. Really nice.
Hey, John Boulware, what's up, man?
Hey, John. Good to see you, man.
Saying hello to all of us.
Hey, man.
John Boulware. John Boulware doesn't mention my name. He's like, good evening, gentlemen. And then he goes, Johnny Dave J. And because I'm not a gentleman, I don't get a hello.
He might not know who you are.
Oh.
No medal. No medal.
John Mancuda, moron at large. Hi.
Wow. So Dave, so Nesdall, so didn't you say you weren't going to change over to gold or whatever?
Stuff happens.
And then there you go, huh?
It actually looks very cool with it.
It looks great. It really looks nice. I saw the video you posted with Rob. It looked good.
Was it on there? Was it on a video?
You did a video over the weekend, I think.
I took pictures.
Or was I looking at Facebook?
I took pictures, but no video.
Maybe I looked at Facebook then. Look at that beauty. That thing's gorgeous, man. Maybe I was going by Facebook. But look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That looks dynamite, man. And painted headstock now?
Oh, this always had a painted headstock.
Whose didn't? Was it Rob's or
Rob's?
It's funny when you confuse the real one with one of the. Never mind.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Nothing. You got Dave. You got a couple questions here. Butt Cheeks asks, "What's the ETA on the gem?"
It's probably going to be next week. He got all the parts. I think he was putting 1 or 2 more coats of clear on it, and then building it and sending it out this weekend, I think.
And then Brian Davies wants to know how Desiree is doing.
She's doing better. She's in the other room. And I did tell him that she's doing better. I typed it.
Okay. Because he asked me a couple times. I didn't know if he tagged you or not. Yeah, I can't wait to see that gem, man. It's going to be awesome.
That thing's. How did we get talking about Benny Hill on the chat?
I don't know.
I love Benny Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to stay up. My dad would let me watch Benny Hill. My mom wouldn't let me watch it, but my dad would be watching it, laughing. He'd let me watch.
You had a good dad. Hey, David.
Hey, man.
No, Benny Hill was hilarious.
It was great.
Yeah, yeah, and he always had that little bald old man. The poor guy. He's always walking up to him. That was the most sexual thing I ever got to see as a kid was Benny Hill.
Mm. And the end of every episode was so great, man.
There was always some chase of like some bikini-clad women through the towns of London.
Yep.
By the Thames River. Yeah. Shauna Marie Singh says, yeah, I'm not surprised you liked him. Very early bad influence on me, Shauna.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff. A lot of
that would be you know what's funny?
Can we show that?
I always have guys like Dan Lawrence do like custom graphics on guitars for me. I would love to get a Benny Hill graphic going. That'd be a funny graphic, right?
What would the picture be? Would it be just his face with that look on it, like, oh yeah?
Yeah, it'd be like, Benny Hill, like
the one where he's saluting. Yeah.
With girls and that little old man next to him looking up or something. It'd be really funny. On the back, I'll have the Thames logo.
That'd be cool.
Dave, did you watch that show?
Benny Hill, sure.
Did you dig it?
Yeah, I mean, it was all right. It was pretty cool. I don't know. UK humor to me is not very funny. Some of it is, but not really.
It is. Yeah, it is different. It is different. I know. What was that movie? Shaun of the Dead or something?
Oh yeah,
the zombie movie.
Yeah.
A lot of the jokes and stuff in that movie. I was like, they think that's funny over there. No offense to anybody, but.
Here's the thing you have to realize about the British, and I'm not picking on the British, but I've traveled there, and once you go there, their breakfast consists of runny eggs, uncooked bacon, like half-cooked, flabby, fatty bacon, stewed tomatoes, kippers, which is like a sardine kind of fish, and beans. That's your breakfast. So over here, we're having like Lucky Charms with, blueberry French toast and Ovaltine. And they're like, oh, breakfast is dismissive and disgusting today.
You're having Ovaltine?
And it's raining out too. It's terrible. Right. And your wife has twisted up teeth. Right. And she's fat too. Yes. It's a good day, right? Yes. So we watch Benny Hill. Oh, he's funny, ain't he? He's a funny man. Yes. Yeah, that's the only reason that their humor is so freaking dry. Their food sucks.
Ovaltine. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Ovaltine?
Ever since that movie, I've loved Ovaltine.
It's not bad. You just got to keep stirring it. That's the only problem with it.
You take 2 big spoonfuls of Ovaltine, you put it in the milk, and then like for an hour you have like powdery crust you're trying to get dissolved. But it's so delicious. It's so
It
good.
is?
Yeah, I liked Oval. I thought Ovaltine was good.
It's not.
Have you had it lately, Dave?
No, not lately.
What type of chocolate milk do you like?
Huh?
What type of chocolate milk do you like?
Nesquik.
Oh yeah.
That's good. I like the Quick Rabbit. I mean, he's an addict. He's like fiending for his Nesquik. That rabbit probably snorts the powder.
Hold on, what happened with Brian Davies?
He's getting, you know, he's.
Well, I want to find out who he's talking to. I'm scrolling back through the. What happened? What did I miss?
I don't know.
I missed all the good stuff.
Michael Collins wants to know if the Charvel Custom Shop sponsor my hat. Yeah, you know that guitar matches my hat. That's my guitar.
Oh,
we're back to that.
Hey, Brian Davies, why don't you chill out?
I think he's talking about the breakfast thing.
Should have called it Round Team. That's gold, Jerry. Gold.
Yeah. What's the deal with Ovaltine?
What is it about Ovaltine?
Hey, you guys want to see an awesome custom guitar? Did you guys see this? The DeLorean time machine.
Oh, it's the DeLorean. It's the back.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, tell me that is not friggin' badass.
Do those electronics light up?
How do you go 88 miles per hour on a guitar? I guess, you know, Steve Vai could do it, but
what type of guitar is that? Is that an Ibanez?
Yeah, I think so, right? Looks like an Ibanez bridge.
Yeah.
Who has that?
It looks like one.
Yeah, it looks like an RG.
I don't know.
It should have a stainless steel finish, though.
A stainless steel what?
You know, it should look like stainless steel.
Oh.
Should have a stainless steel fretboard.
Yeah, right. That is
cool, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody ever made like a kit from Knight Rider one.
Well, that would
like maybe the working woo woo, you know.
That would be fun. Or a Cylon.
Yes.
Fight.
Oh yeah, the Cylons were badass. I love Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, the remake was effing.
No, the original is the best with Lauren Green.
Oh yeah, and he would have this 16-ounce sirloin steak for my dog.
Oh yeah, he'd be in the commercials, huh?
Yeah,
they're in it. Yeah,
he'd be in the commercials.
He'd be in them commercials, yo.
Yo,
hold up, my 40-ounce, yo. Pour some out for my homie. You didn't like the new Battlestar?
Huh?
You didn't like the new Battlestar, Dave?
No.
I loved it, except for season 3. Season 3 kind of stunk, but 1, 2, and 4 were awesome.
What was wrong with season 3? That was where the Cylons had the planet taken over, right?
Yeah, that's when everybody was down on that one planet, and it was just like nothing happened.
It was like a concentration camp. It was.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that concept. I thought it was neat.
You know, I don't want to get too far off guitars and stuff, but now that we're talking about Battlestar, Jonathan, my favorite part of that entire series, the remake, was when Adama's son got his own ship.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! And the Battlestar Galactica was about to bite the dust, and he came back. Remember, he jumped back in the sun on
with the other ship.
Yes. Oh man, I was pumped. Goosebumps, man. Goosebumps.
No, that was awesome. What was the other ship's name? Not the Phoenix, but what?
I can't remember now. Somebody will maybe.
We're going full.
The Phoenix. That was G-Force. That was the Phoenix.
Battle of the Planets. Don't get me even started. How much I love that series.
Me too. I loved that series.
Everyone's like, "Are you gonna talk guitars, man?" No, we're talking cool graphics. That's today's thing. Cool graphics we love to do. So, Battlestar, Battle of the Planets. These are cool graphic ideas. So we're still on topic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to stay with it.
Like some of those old like 70s lunch boxes.
Oh, I love them.
Remember the graphics on those things?
I love the metal lunch boxes. You could slap your friend in the head and
Oh,
And then they went to plastic and like the when did they go to plastic ones? And they just weren't. They didn't have the same.
In the late 80s to early 80s, they said everything sucked in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Changed it to plastic. My dad used to beat me good with a lunchbox. Every time I come home, he'd be, "Hey, you son of a, you motherfucker, damn!" Beat me over the head with a lunchbox till it was all broken up. Now, after that, he did it with like this foam. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
I had a Transformers lunchbox with the. Remember the thermoses were like the coolest thing about it too, man.
The thermos had a graphic on it too.
Yep.
Michael Collins says, "I want a graphic of my taint." Shauna Marie Sings is a Star Trek fan. The original series.
The only way to go.
Oh, please. That's a cool. How to Kiss lunchbox. That's fun. That's fun. Brendan Butts had an emergency lunchbox. What is that? In case your lunch like ran out, you need a
No, Squad 51.
No.
That's a great show too.
I know the show.
Rampart.
Really? I was thinking it was like they had a hidden compartment in it with like you could put an extra devil dog or Twinkie in it.
Yeah, I know.
Emergency. It's an emergency. I'm still hungry.
Shauna
Or
Marie.
in case your lunch gets stolen by the bully, they didn't see that one hidden compartment, so you still have something.
You still had a devil dog.
Yeah.
No, that's how you don't get beat up. You got extra Twinkies stuffed in there. You know. No, emergency. That was a cool show.
I remember that.
I got into it only like 3 or 4 years ago though, but I was binge watching some of those. But we can take this back to Van Halen. Did you guys see that? Was it Van Halen Rising? Tweeted out that Roth's dad was on what was it? Bionic Woman? Was it?
Really?
David Roth's dad was an actor, and they filmed an episode inside the Roth mansion.
Roth.
I did see that
Of Bionic Woman.
Roth grew up in a mansion.
Yeah, in Pasadena.
God.
Yeah.
I grew up in a ghetto.
Now, was Roth's dad was a dentist or what was he?
No, as a doctor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, they had money.
Gynecologist or
No, a resident doctor at Boston Hospital.
Let's see. James Gunn goes, are there any Dune fans? I guess he means the one with Sting.
I think they redid that too. But yeah.
Remember the movie Sting as the lead or one of the leads?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he started doing all that acting and the police busted up.
Yeah. Well done, Sting. Good job. How'd that work out? The producer of Dune lost millions. Yeah, Synchronicity was the end. Let's see. Metal lunch boxes.
I remember kangaroo sneakers.
What were those?
Those were Walter Payton, who is my childhood idol and hero, running back for the Chicago Bears, in case anybody doesn't know. But he had kangaroo cleats. Those were his sneakers. There is so they were the sneakers with the little zipper on the side of them, and you can put like your lunch money or whatever else you want to put in there. You don't remember those?
Another emergency in case the bully got all your lunch money. You had another place to hide it.
No, unzip your shoes, bro. I know you got something.
The guy turns you upside down to throw you in a garbage pail, and he's like, "Hey,
I still have a pair of those, or I threw them out. But yeah, they're called Ruse.
Ruse.
and mine are orange. They're orange and blue, and each side has a little zipper on them. And it's big enough to put like a penny. It's really not that big, but
oh really? Not that big, huh, John?
Well,
so you can't fit a condom in your sneaker or nothing.
Well, not these days, no.
Not even a quarter for a phone call. It's just big enough for a useless penny.
Oh, let me look. I might still have them. Let me see.
Hold on. Here's a pair of these are like the girl ones. I'm assuming because they have the pest. See the little flap, and then you flip that up, and it's got the zipper on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. But let me hold on a second. Let me type in Walter Payton kangaroos and see what comes up.
Music Therapy Laz, welcome. Glad to have you on the live stream. Dave, you have a question. Dry Heat 480 wants to know.
Yeah. No, I never use it on batteries. I haven't tried it yet.
So here's the man himself, Walter Payton.
Actually, it's a likeness of him. It's not really himself.
Okay.
Come on, zoom in on that.
Pull back a little bit.
So when I saw that he wore kangaroos when I was a kid, I made my parents go out and get me a pair.
Man, I can't find them. I must have thrown them out. But yeah, the compartment wasn't that big at all. Just saying.
Jay just showed a photo of his. Now, hold on a second. Shauna Marie sings, I've got some very cool knee-high boots that have zippered compartments. Wow. You're like Batgirl. That's pretty badass.
Wait a second. Let's see if they're on her Instagram page.
Let's see.
Because, you know, I have a new follower. So let's see if...
he'll leave tomorrow.
Oh, no posts yet. So can't tell.
You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about the moron that's used my back wall as his and says that they're his guitars in his house in his wall on Instagram.
What's this?
Okay, but no names though. No names.
No, come on, man. Well, come on. We gotta. Really? No names?
You don't want to out this?
I do, but it's Johnny's channel. His rules.
Yeah, if you want to do it on your own.
All right.
Just saying.
Won't out him, but Dave, explain the situation exactly.
No, Jay has to explain it because he's.
I'm going to show the. Well, Johnny was the one who saw it, but Johnny, I zoomed in on the picture so you can only see a couple guitars. And the thing that I did my inspection work. So I was like, wait a minute, is that really Dave's wall? And if you look, the thing that tipped me off.
Yeah, was my
yeah, your light.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let me go to Nesdall's Facebook page, and I scrolled through a bunch of his pictures, and I saw in one of the pictures that has the light in there. I'm like, that's Dave's damn wall. This guy's ripping off his pictures and passing it along as himself.
That's so rude.
Yeah. So I commented on it and said, because Johnny was the one who saw it originally and said, where is it? Isn't this your wall, Nesdall? And Dave wrote, yes, from a long time ago. And Johnny wrote, that dude claims it's his. And Dave wrote, well, he's lying. So I wrote, wait, he's saying that's his wall? So basically, blah, blah, blah. So I commented and said, shouldn't at Dave Nesdall or David Nesdall be tagged in this photo with the, emoji? But it's just crazy.
And then read what I wrote.
I can't see it anymore because he blocked me. Yeah, what did you write? Something about I'd rather him jump off a bridge than something?
No.
Why would you copy someone else's guitars? I mean, it's like, that's so fake.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
Not even like you're cutting it out and putting it on a different background like Photoshop, using the guy's actual wall. A photo of Dave and Desiree on the side, like shit.
Yeah. You know, his the post that he wrote was finally back up to 100 guitars.
Yes.
Do you own any of them?
Yeah. I think he said, I feel like such a man now, or something like that. I don't remember, but something like that.
So then, Dave, today, you know, everybody's seen this picture of Dave holding his and Rob's 7 tuning peg 5150, modern day 5150, right?
Good photo too.
Yeah, it's a great photo.
No, the next one's even better.
Yeah, this one's even better. I'm going to hide this guy's name. Let me zoom in.
What a jerk.
He posts this picture in in an EVH guitar group, or Van Halen with Sammy Hagar guitar group.
What the?
It's like, why wouldn't you just like share the photo or something and say, man, tag Dave Nesdall in it or something, instead of just hiding his face with an avocado.
An avocado or an egg.
Yeah, I mean, here's someone who contributes to the community, who shares his collection openly, who shares info and tips. This is an asset to the guitar collecting community, and you're turning him into an egg. He's not an egg. He's my friend. He's not an egg.
Wait, can I?
Up to 100 guitar photos. Oh, what the hell?
So strange. So we got any guitar questions in here?
What questions you guys got for the schmuck that I am?
Everyone's got to be a critic.
Else with knowledge.
Anthony wrote stolen Van Halen valor.
Shauna Marie sings.
Wait.
Even that sounds too cool.
You know, I'm gonna paraphrase. Well, I'm not gonna paraphrase. I'm gonna quote David Lee Roth. I gotta think of it though. I gotta think of the exact quote.
Money can't buy happiness.
Yeah, I don't know where that critic is, but I'm right here. And wherever you are, wherever you may be, fuck you.
John BL 5150 would like to see a guitar. What did I bring for show and tell today?
Oh, that's right. We should expect this now, right?
This is a normal thing for me. I like bringing at least a guitar for show and tell. So let's see. James Gum, I do not have any Steinbergers, but I have a really cool guitar that we were talking about off air last week, right after we went off. Let's see, where's Johnny? Is Johnny with us?
No.
All right. Well, I don't know. Should I wait for him? Because we were talking about it last week.
Yeah, it's probably
we'll wait a couple.
The right thing to do.
We'll wait till Johnny comes back on. But I did bring a really cool guitar with a really neat story behind it. Dave, you remember what we were talking about, right?
Of course I do.
Okay. All right. What other questions do you have for Master Nesdall, Master J, and Moron John?
I'll tell you something. On this gold Floyd Rose, the inserts, notice what color they are?
Yeah.
Nice.
Someone say what color they are?
Gold.
Yes.
Gold.
Naval brass.
Mm-hmm.
Naval brass, and the guitar rings. It's crazy how this guitar rings with the naval brass saddles.
That's badass. Where'd you get those?
You get them from our buddy Adam at FU-Tone.
I love FU Tone. Shout out to FU Tone.
Well, please in the chat says, I bought a new orange satin Wolfgang special online yesterday. Do you guys like the quality of the made in Mexico specials? We do. I think I can speak for all of us. We do. It's just the personal preference thing with the stainless steel vintage frets. In my opinion, I prefer over the jumbo nickel frets, but everybody's different. Some people don't care. They can play everything. Me, on the other hand, if I feel something I like, I have to have that. So when I play an EVH guitar, I prefer it to have the vintage stainless. But yeah, they're great guitars either way.
They are great.
Mm-hmm. You will not be disappointed at all.
Music Therapy Laz wants to know, when did Eddie Van Halen start using that screw-eye strap lock contraption?
78.
Early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go back and look at his look at those old pictures. It's like, man, that looks uncomfortable. Some of those straps he was using, you know.
Mm-hmm. James Gum says, "What do you think of about the Schaller Floyds like on Dweezils?" It's good quality stuff. They're just, you know, I didn't want to go and buy it just for this guitar when I had a gold Floyd sitting around.
Yeah. Looks great. Looks great.
Thank you.
Jim Nicholas wants to know what you think of Jet City amps, Dave.
Never played through one. I hear they're very good, but I've never played through one.
Jet City amps.
Jet City, one man. What a great song.
Oh, God, Queensryche. My friend manages them.
Now or back then?
Now.
Really?
So it's not Queensryche, really.
No, it's Queensryche. And let me tell you something. The singer right now does Jeff Tate better than Jeff does right now.
Agreed.
He really does.
Yeah, because now they're playing everything how it was on the record as far as tuning wise, you know. If whatever was E, they're playing an E.
Really sounds good. And you know what? Back when he was in Crimson Glory, back in the 80s, I said this guy sounds just like Jeff Tate. And then years later, he's doing Jeff Tate's job.
He's really Jeff Tate. It is a shame. It is a shame what happened to Queensryche, because man, they had a stretch there where I mean, they would just put out great albums, man.
Oh my God, Mind Crime is my favorite album of all time, literally. I mean, I love a lot of stuff, but Mind Crime, I've heard that album hundreds of times, just literally. I play it right through.
It's great. So I'm partial to Empire just because of the production. And that plus that was the first Queensryche that I heard, you know.
Oh yeah.
So and then it was Mind Crime, and then it was
well, it started with, it was first Queensryche self-titled.
Yeah, was that an EP or no?
Yeah, I think it was an EP, like 4 songs, 5 songs, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Let's see. Then it was The Warning.
Might have been. I actually like The Warning.
Yeah, then it was The Warning. Then it was Rage for Order.
Oh, Rage for Order. That's the one. That's the one that I like a lot.
Rage for Order is great. And then out of nowhere they came out with Mind Crime, then Empire.
Yep.
And, you know, and then everything else.
Yeah, Promised Land. I didn't like it at first, then it grew on me. It's a really dark album, but then after that, talk about a band going off the cliff. I mean,
the problem is that, and Here and the Now Frontier. You know what's really funny? Here and Now Frontier, I saw that tour live. There was a giant ear on stage. Even Jeff Tate was kind of embarrassed. He's like, for those of you wondering what this is, it's a giant ear. And it's like, you could see he wasn't pleased with whoever thought of, let's put a giant ear on the stage. It's like,
yeah. And that was DeGarmo's last thing with them.
Yeah.
But that was when music was changing and grunge was on top. And I think they recorded that album in Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam's like recording studio, and it was really stripped back and dry and raw, and it's just I don't want that Queensryche. I want the borderline overproduced.
Yeah, get a tripler and you know.
Yeah. 3-part vocal harmonies, you know.
I want it to sound like you got like 7 background singers and 4 guitars. You know?
Yes.
And let me tell you something. Michael Wilton, I love the guy. He's a great guitarist. And, you know, they brought Parker in. And, you know, Parker's good. He took a little while to get footing. But their stuff now, it's really good. It really is. You know, they're back. Once they got another singer, they just suddenly found their footing again.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And he's great.
Yeah, but I think let's see. The album that they put out was A Condition Human, because John Biel, our producer, is listing
Okay.
all their releases.
Yeah. So
Condition Human was the one. There's some stuff on there that has a little bit of that old Queensryche sound, and you know, it's pretty good.
Let's see. Mindcrime 2, that was a disappointment. I got
of course.
That you don't redo Star Wars. You don't redo Willy Wonka. They tried, it sucked.
Yeah, the only way that would have worked is if Empire was Mindcrime 2, like right after it, you know, with the band kind of in that same, you know, mode. Like that's the only way that would have worked, but not how many years later was that?
Way too many. 2006 was it?
Yeah, so that's 28. Was that 28 years?
Wait,
or is that 18 years? My math is terrible.
2006. And Mindcrime was what?
88
or 87? 87 or wait. Mindcrime was, come on, 88. Okay, so let's see. So I mean, it's almost 20 years.
Yeah, that's too long, man.
Yeah, no, that's way too long.
Yeah.
Don't go back to the well again. It's not going to work.
No.
And you know what? They're a talented enough band that they don't have to. They just do something fresh, do something new. You guys are talented. You could do that. Their last 2 albums I really liked.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Todd Latore, by the way, is the frontman. Shout out to them. Yeah, so my buddy manages them now, and I'm like, really? That's great. And I have I got 2 guitars from them.
Really?
I'll show them on the show one day. I'm not gonna say what they are, but I'll show them on the show one day. Really cool. And one of them was used on Rage for Order and Mindcrime. And
which one was it? Wilton or DeGarmo had the blacklight responsive ESP.
Blacklight responsive
or whatever the hell do you want to call it? Like a guitar that had a design on it that when the black lights kicked in, it kind of.
Wilton had one with neon graffiti on it.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and he had also one with neon crosses on it during the Mindcrime tour. Yeah, both those were ESPs.
Well, that speaking of
what about that Charvel? What about the Charvel with the black Charvel with the what the hell is that? What is the logo?
Pepperidge Farm?
No, the nuclear logos. What the hell?
Black Charvel. Are you thinking Bruce Kulick's?
No.
Are you thinking Megadeth?
No.
You know,
Rust in Peace?
Right? Yeah, what you guys stupid?
Yeah. Tri-Reich, Dave? The Tri-Reich logo?
Hang on.
Speaking of the nuclear sign or whatever, on the whatchamacallit, the Rust in Peace tour with Megadeth, Nick Menza had that big logo on both kick drums, man. It was awesome.
Oh, I love Megadeth. They're great. Yep. They're great.
Yep.
Who makes the most comfortable padded guitar straps? I got a bad shoulder. Oh, please says. What do you think, guys? I'm a sit-down player. I don't use straps. What do you guys?
Yeah, I've turned into a sit-down player since I don't play live anymore. Who has a great padded strap? That's a good question. Guitar. What, Dave?
This guitar.
Oh no, that's not Queen. That's not Queensryche. That's Vivian Campbell's.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, those are shields. Those are medieval.
Oh, okay. Is that Vivian's guitar? I guess so.
Yeah, that's an old Vivian Campbell guitar. I think when he was with Dio, he was doing that.
Man, what a great guitar that is.
Nerd Halen.
Was it Nerd Halen just said that? I just missed in the chat. I think Nerd Halen just wished me happy anniversary. Like early in January, my girlfriend and I celebrated our anniversary, and I finally got to post it on Facebook corrected because I put up a photo she didn't like. So now there's a nice anniversary photo. A month later, there's a month later photo of me and my girlfriend celebrating our anniversary. Thank you, Nerd Halen. A month late, but
John, don't you know, man? You've been with her long enough. Shouldn't you know that you got to run the picture by her before you post it? It's like
I didn't even know. No, my girlfriend and I, we've been together on and off for 7 years. That's a long time.
Yeah,
long time. Good girlfriend.
Crap, man. I've been with my wife now, but 21 years, man. Could you imagine that?
You don't even look 21.
I know I don't act 21, but yeah.
Even I act 8 years old. What do I know?
I got carded last night. I was like, really?
Isn't that the best feeling in the world?
It is, unless you don't have your license on you. Then it sucks.
When I get carded, they usually just hand me a card that says, "Don't enter our club again." All right, yeah. That's my carding.
Where is Johnny?
I don't know. He might be in the back of a van with tape on his mouth.
Sugar's full.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, Anna Marie sings. She has the patience of a saint. Believe me. She's like, God bless her. Yeah, trust me, you're right.
Thrash Metal was asking me to play a riff before. I'm gonna have to play something for him before the show's over. But
this is the intermission.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
On quick.
I'll be right back. I got to.
It's 4 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Dave, this is like Survivor. It's like I'm waiting for
Two left.
You, me, and Jeff Probst to like say, that's it. The tribe has spoken. It's just you two.
It's fine with me.
We're on day 38.
And I'm skin and bones.
No, you look healthy, man. You look healthy. I want to hear from the chat. How does Dave Nesdahl look? Because he's been a little tired lately. But you know what? I've seen photos of him lately and looking at him right now. That's a healthy looking man. What do you guys in the chat say? Does he look good? Is it just me?
I shaved my goatee again today. Didn't shave it off, but I shaved it.
But as long as you have a little something there, because I wear a little stubble too, you know, and I like a little facial hair. You look good with that little triangle on your face there. You look good.
Yeah, I look good with a triangle on my face.
There you go. This episode. All right, let's see. Greg Grimm, Dave looks great. Bruce Wayne, Dave's looking healthy. Ben Coombs, Dave's looking great. And it's on and on. Look at this. Shauna Marie sings, my clit's ringing like a dinner bell. I'm so happy Dave looks so good.
Oh, my God.
Don't
say that.
I'm sorry. She didn't say that. Now we're in trouble with these two. And Dave looks very nice. She did say that. I've noticed Nesdahl is looking good lately. Citizen Kane. Great job on the weight loss, Dave.
Thank you.
Right? You're looking good, man.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Amanda Coombs. I know I crossed the line. Sorry. There are times I deserve a smack in the face with a metal lunchbox. That's one of them.
Or a wet noodle.
Forgive me, Amanda. Forgive me, Shauna. I'm sorry. Sometimes my mouth overfloweth. Let's see. What is y'all's fave EVH guitar? Mine's the 5150 Steinberger. What's yours, Dave?
Depends on the day. Probably the 5150 guitar.
I like the 5150.
That's my vote as well.
I mean, that's just a classic guitar.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks so good.
Yeah, it looks pretty damn good.
And just being a Van Halen fan, you know, just always seeing him with it.
Ain't nothing. This ain't too shabby either, though.
No, definitely not.
Oh, dude, you have some gorgeous Halen guitars. I wish I had as many.
Bruce Wayne said, can someone explain the cardboard cutout in the back?
What do you got back there, Jay?
Ask my wife to explain it. That's
Is that Twilight?
Yeah. I always joke with my wife. I'm like, should I cut a hole and then stand behind him, you know?
On Valentine's Day, she puts glitter on his skin. Just don't talk. Don't talk. Just the only thing I want you to say is say it. Vampire.
I remember that scene. I've seen them all. Because sometimes you got to do what you got to. You got to do things you don't want to do sometimes.
I actually like those movies. I do. I like sci-fi and horror. I'm a geek. I love all that stuff.
Nerd Halen, our buddy Caleb said that's Jeannie's hall pass guy. That'd be fine because that's. Never mind. I don't want to.
What is it's? You're allowed 3, right? You're allowed
3.
3 guys.
3. What?
Not at once. Not at once.
3, man.
I don't come from that that train of thought. You don't get any.
That's a good Dream Theater album. Train of Thought.
Dream Theater is another.
No such thing as a good Dream Theater album.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Come on, Dream Theater. You don't like them?
No.
Oh, I do. I do.
It's musical acrobatics, and I'm not into it.
Their new album comes out on Friday, I believe. Todd Soda Pop, play Mega. Do I know any Megadeth riffs right now? Crap, I don't know if I know any off the top of my head.
Bo Zeke says, come on, John, they turned vampires into a bunch of wimps. He should have just disemboweled Kristen Stewart and eaten her. Now there's a movie. That would be I'd watch that.
5 minutes done.
After Kristen Stewart cheated on him, she disemboweled him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then tried to play the victim,
Yeah. Well, he wasn't giving me what I needed.
I'm not playing Slayer. I'll play something because of the t-shirt I'm wearing. How about that? How about name this riff? Anybody?
All right, so look.
You got me.
Hold on. It's right on the shirt. Title track.
Never heard it.
I know. I figured.
Johnny, in the time that you've gone, we have so destroyed the show. You have no idea of the madness that has ensued while you were gone.
He'll see it. He'll see it when he watches it with his dinner.
He's gonna be spitting out his food. Mancuna!
Tim Nicholas is the winner.
Bravo! Bravo! Bravo!
Oh wait, where is it?
Oh yeah.
All right, it's now 9:26. It's time for you to show the guitar and tell the story.
Yes, Johnny's back.
Wait for Johnny, but here we go. Okay, Johnny, this is what we were talking about when we went off the air last week.
Right? Yeah, we were off the air. We were talking for like another hour after we had hit stop, or after we just left, or whatever it was last time. Yeah, huh?
We did an Irish sign off or Irish goodbye, whatever you call it, and I didn't realize we were off the air. I'm telling this whole story of this guitar. I'm showing off this guitar, and they're like, "Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. We should bring that on the air." I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Yeah. Well, didn't you notice I started swearing? That's how you know we're not on the air, is when I start just dropping F-bombs.
Oh, like the word fuck?
Yeah, don't worry. I've dropped enough.
Look at Howie. He's on a bed.
Mm-hmm.
Now's the time to take advantage of him. Young, supple, innocent dog. Okay, so it's show and tell time, kids. So anyway, there was a bass guitar. I'll go a little further back. Painter Dan Lawrence. He's worked for Charvel. He's worked for BC Rich. At the time in the 80s, he was working for BC Rich. He was friends with Michael Anthony. And him and Michael Anthony went out for sushi one night, and they're drinking a lot of sake. And Michael Anthony looks at the sake bottle, and there's a koi fish on the bottle. So he's looking at the bottle. He's like, I like this koi fish. This is cool. This would look cool on a bass. Could you paint me a bass with this koi fish? And Dan looks at it, and Dan's a graphics master. And he says, yeah, I could put that. You want that on a bass? Sure, I could do that. So BC Rich makes him this bass, and it's got a koi fish like on the sake bottle. And on the back, you flip it over, and in Chinese style letters, it says, or Japanese style letters, it says, eat it raw. And it's a really cool looking bass. And someone over at BC Rich says, yeah, we'll put that out at NAMM. That's a really cool graphic. Play it at NAMM. And someone also at BC Rich says, you know what? I would love to try to steal Eddie away from Kramer. Let's make a guitar for Eddie too. And we'll send it along with Michael's as a matching set. So at the time, the big super strat at BC Rich was a BC Rich Gunslinger. Very fast neck, maple neck, reverse headstock, one slanted pickup like, something Eddie would play. And they said, we're going to put the koi graphic on the guitar and say, hey, Michael, this was at NAMM. Give it to Eddie and see what he thinks of it. So this is where the story varies. Michael played this bass rather, with the koi fish. You could find photos of him playing it. But everyone says at the time, what happened to that fish guitar that he gave to Eddie? Now, there's kind of three stories that I've heard. One is that Michael gave it to Eddie. Eddie played it a little bit, said, this is nice, but, I'm a Kramer endorsee. What am I going to do with this? And just shoved it away somewhere or gave it back. The other story comes that Eddie got the guitar, liked it, and basically said, you know what, I'm a Kramer endorsee. I'm going to keep it. Maybe I'll use it quietly, but I can't do anything with it publicly. And the other story is that Eddie had this guitar, kept it among his herd, and he had someone in his studio, an assistant, that thought it was kind of a fun joke to keep bringing it out for him, and that Eddie hated the guitar. So when Eddie was recording something and said, hey, bring me guitar number 309. It's a red, black, and white stripe. Okay, here you go, Eddie. And he'd open up the case. Here's your fish. And he's like, get that guitar out of here. Get this stupid freaking fish out of here. And then eventually, at one point, the guy kept bugging Eddie with it so much. He said, you know what? You've always wanted one of my guitars. You know what? That's your guitar. Get it the fuck out of here now. And that's what was told to me by the guy that sold it, was that the assistant sold it to him. And here I have this guitar made for Eddie Van Halen by BC Rich. I don't know if he touched it for a minute and said, I don't like it. I don't know if he touched it and said, I like it, but I'll never use it. I don't know if he touched it, said, I hate the fucking thing, and had this whole thing was assistant. But here it is, made for Eddie Van Halen. This BC Rich Gunslinger with a koi graphic. Johnny, can you spotlight that?
There you go.
Okay. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
That's basically the same graphic that Michael Anthony has on his bass. And there's no writing on the back, but it's colored the same metallic blue as Michael Anthony's bass. But maple neck, reverse headstock, 1988 BC Rich Gunslinger, made for Eddie Van Halen, and then who knows what the hell happened.
How does it feel?
Gunslingers are among my favorite guitars. So I love these things. They feel like old Charvels. That's how they play. They have an incredibly fast maple neck. They're super smooth. They're light. There's always one. It's all business. One slanted pickup, one volume, one Floyd, maple, fast as lightning, really, really great.
It's BC Rich's Kramer Beretta is what it is.
Oh, Bozique, you can allow that.
Let's see. What did Bozique say?
No, Mr. C5150 said F&A awesome, but he, it got Nightbot hit it, but that's okay.
Yeah, look, we're a very PC show, especially when I'm on.
Yeah. What pickup is that? Somebody asked. Jim
Looks like a Bill Lawrence to me.
No, this is the Duncan Dean, Dimebag Dean.
Oh,
which it's really funny. I left it in this guitar because this is how I got it. I don't know if it had something different originally, but
it had to.
I had one of these pickups in a Kramer Beretta recently. I didn't like it. I switched it out for a JB, but on this one, I like it. On this one, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Shauna Marie Sings, for the nice words. She likes this guitar, so I know what to get you for your birthday.
Now, if that's the first BC Rich that they sent Eddie to try to steal him away,
yeah,
they're friggin' idiots. Because,
dude, these things play.
No, I'm just talking about the look of it. I'm not talking about like as a guitar that you're going to screw around with that kind of graphic on it. That's fine. But not for like hey, let's try to get the biggest guitar player on the planet to our roster, with a graphic like that.
I think they, and this guitar was on display at NAMM 1988.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they wanted to kind of sneak it in with Michael's, because like anything else would be like, Eddie probably gets tons of people sending him guitars. But here's one hand delivered from Michael. Hey, look, they made a guitar that matches my bass. Wouldn't it be cool if we played it for one song or something like that,
Yeah.
And that's really what I think was the gist of this. And you have to remember, at the same time, BC Rich also sent George Lynch 2 Gunslingers when he was with ESP, and they gave him like really cool, badass graphics that he did use, but he switched the necks out for ESP necks.
Oh, they had to be pissed.
Well, here's the thing. He started playing them with the BC necks, and then like photos came out, and he started having to do this, like, oh, here's my guitar, covering the logo. And finally ESP's like, no, just put an ESP neck on it like you do the Charvel and, on some of your other older guitars, and, it needs an ESP logo.
Mm-hmm.
But for this was their way to at least get a Gunslinger in Eddie's hands.
Let me ask you a question. Is that bridge floating or is it sitting against the body?
No, it is floating.
Then Eddie would never have played it at all. So he didn't know anything about what he likes and what he doesn't like.
It was an attempt. I mean, look, these guitars are really, really, really player friendly, especially.
Yeah. John, I'm not saying that the guitar sucks. I think it's a cool guitar. But if you're going to make Eddie Van Halen a guitar, even if you're just sliding it in with a graphic that looks like Mike's, at least make it play the way Eddie likes them to play. I mean, even in '88, everyone knew that the bridges sit on the body. They don't float. He doesn't like floating bridges.
Well, they probably didn't know that, but they probably just figured like, okay, here's a way to like try to get him to like try it out. And, if Eddie wants to mod it as he does with all his other guitars, then probably, probably just give it a shot,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's fun.
That's really cool.
Definitely a cool guitar and a great story.
Yeah.
Whichever one.
I love the way these play.
The only thing could make it cooler for you is if it was pink.
Oh God. And I have literally about 70 Gunslingers or 70 something. That's how much I love these. These are like my favorite guitars to play. because they're smooth. They're just awesome. It's like they're just so fast. It's an unfinished maple neck, you know. Or I should say, it's a light oil finish, like an old Charvel San Dimas. But the neck is so thin and so fast. It's smooth.
Jesus, you have more gunslingers than I have guitars.
So, out of all your gunslingers, Jonathan, does that one feel the best?
The best. It just feels great. I mean, here's the thing about gunslingers. Pretty much the standard feels like another gunslinger. You know, it's like it's like late '80s Kramer Berettas. You know, you pick one up, chances are it'll feel like another one. You know, they're pretty consistent. Same thing with these. You know, the earlier handmade BC Riches, the carved neck through ones, they're all different because those were like Mexican luthiers sitting with little knives in the back of a shop, shaping the necks, and you know, there was so many variations. But these, you know, these were very consistent. I love them. Jim Nicholas, just going to the chat real quick. Jim Nicholas, did Lynch use those? Lynch had 2 of these. One of them, and I own both of them. I'll bring them onto the show one day. One of them was black with a gray snakeskin tear, and another one was like cream with all these skulls sketched on it. And Lynch used them. He loved them. But again, you got to put an ESP logo on it.
But man, imagine being BC Rich and you're like, that SOB is using our goddamn, you know, he's just swapping out the necks and their BC Rich bodies. I'd be pissed, but send it back.
I've seen the one with the snakeskin. I've seen that in a guitar magazine.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. Things are really great. So, kids, that's today's guitar from my collection. Enjoyed it. The story is great. I could just imagine Eddie getting all pissed, not wanting to see this thing. You know, it's not really an Eddie graphic.
Well, if you guys just think, like, Mike was probably half, if not all the way in the bag when hey, can you put this graphic on a bass? You know what I mean? And then you're gonna send it to Eddie, like, with that graphic on it, and it's like it's just weird, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, like drunk up on sake. You know it.
And I've never ever seen Mike with that bass.
Somebody said I think they did see pictures of him or something with it.
Photos of him playing the bass. I have, and I spoke to him about it. I started to at NAMM one day, and he denied owning the bass. I said, "What are you talking? I've seen photos of you with it." He's like, "It's not my bass." And I was like, he was kind of pissed about it. I found out later when, like, he found out what happened to it. It got stolen at one point, and he didn't want it back.
Eddie stole it.
Pissed about it. Yeah, he's like, "Someone take this fucking ugly thing." You know?
No, Eddie actually liked the graphic and had to have the bass counterpart.
Yeah, Eddie had the bass in his trunk. No, but the bass was stolen. Michael didn't want to talk about it publicly until he found out what happened to it, and then he admitted publicly, "Yeah, that was my bass." And yeah, Dan painted it, and that's basically what happened to it. So there you go.
What tuning pegs are on that thing?
Let's see. These they're not Grovers. Are
they Godo?
Godos. Yeah. Yes,
they went to Mini Grovers later on. And I hate those. The Godos are good.
I like the Godos.
Hey, does anybody in here own a guitar company or can make a guitar? Because Jim Nicholas has a cool idea. He said the poof graphic would be cool. Somebody make Michael Anthony a bass with the poof logo on there.
It's funny.
Yeah, I used to own a shirt like that. He said that to Caleb, and he said it to Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I was about to film it, and it said storage full instantly. So I didn't film, so I couldn't film any of it. But how many frets does that guitar have, John?
22. 22.
Okay.
The deuce.
Yeah.
Do any of those have 24 frets?
They made a few custom ones, and some of the neck throughs have 24 frets if you order them that way. So yeah. Cody Gustafson wants to know what I think of the BC Rich ST3s. The old BC Rich ST3s were similar to this, but it had single coil, and usually a rosewood board with a regular headstock, and they were terrific. They were really, really. You can get those used for probably like $700, sometimes $600, sometimes $800, but usually around $700. Bang for the buck. Those things are made like iron. They are so good. They're so good. BC Rich before 1990 was terrific. Really, really good guitars. I own tons of them. They're really good.
You can build a house with all the BC Riches you own. Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, then.
So what else we got? Questions? I totally didn't read the feed. John, another sucky guitar. John, what's that smell? Is that fish? No, no, I didn't read any of the feed questions. I should have. John, Bob dead. Mom? That's my mother. Todd A.K. Soda Pop says I remind him of a pink Keebler elf because I wear my hat kind of elf style. My girlfriend says that too. I do. What else we got in the feed? You guys got anything to show tonight? Anything neat?
Not me.
No, I don't have anything cool.
Oh, man.
Here's my ball. I'll show you. I'll show you something. Here, man, Kuda.
I think it's Johnny's turn to show something cool.
Uh-huh.
Crap. I'm dropping stuff.
Me and Jay are tired of carrying the show.
Wait, can I do it again?
Oh wait, no, John, no, I sit corrected. Johnny had that cool noisemaker pedal.
Huh?
Johnny, you had that cool noisemaker.
The audience is listening.
Yeah.
Let's see. Marie sings "You Rock Too." Let's see. I'm catching
Somebody
up.
wanted to know if we're all musicians or comedians. I take that as a compliment.
I don't think I'm funny at all.
That you have a good dry humor. You're like a good straight man.
A good straight man, huh? What does that make me, you, and Johnny then, huh?
He works hard at that.
I'm an actor and I've done comedy. Jay, you've done music. I play guitar as a hobby, but I'm not like, you know. And Johnny, you gig around.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay and Johnny are musicians, I guess. And
I am too. I gigged for 30 years, over 30 years.
Dave, you belong. What bands were you in? You used to play with a couple.
Well, I was in a wedding band for 25 years. I was in a band called just local bands, a band called Stone Jones, a band called Sure Thing, just bar bands. But I've been doing it forever.
Yeah, but I mean, I think everyone except me has been a pro player at some point. My big mistake was I put down guitars in 1991 and didn't pick them up till 2010. Because as an actor, I was bored on set and I thought I'd maybe pick up guitar again. And I realized, like, holy shit, I really screwed up because I missed 20-something years that I should have been practicing when all my friends are doing arpeggios and I'm playing the Flintstones theme. So, yeah, which I can play. No, but yeah, everyone in here except me has been a pro musician at some time. and I just love playing them for fun.
I think that's one thing people don't understand is from personal experience. I know that once I became that, I hate saying it, but a pro musician, it's almost like you don't play it for fun anymore. It was weird. It was almost like, yeah, it's fun to play and everything like that, but it wasn't that same feeling of like just sitting in your room growing up and like learning a song and like, you know, yes, you know, like you just get that certain excitement out of it. And then when it turns into like serious business, it's almost weird. So like when I stopped doing that, I literally stopped playing guitar for a long time. Just because it was like it almost wasn't fun anymore.
See, but
I own Johnny and Dave.
Well, because you know, once you have to start recording the album or the tour is next week, it's like you have to learn those songs. It's like, you know.
Yeah, it's just a weird, and people don't understand it sometimes. You know, they don't get like how that happens, but it really does. It's just, you know, because you start playing an instrument or anything growing up, whether it be sports, because you want to do it. It's fun. You're learning and all this stuff, and it's exciting. And then once it turns into a borderline job, it's a whole different ballgame, you know.
Well, think of it this way. I mean, even when it turns into a job, and the club owners or bar owners don't want to pay you, you get jaded.
That happened to us.
That's what happened to me. You know, I've been playing for so long, and you know, when you start playing in clubs and bars, you're like, oh my God, I'm playing in clubs and bars, and I'm playing for people, and this is great fun. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, when you've packed up everything, you know, and pretty much yourself, you know, after setting up, playing 3 sets of music or however many sets you're playing, and all you're hearing is for, you know, the bar owner tells you to turn down, or people, you know, whatever it is, you just want to get paid. And when you don't get paid, it's not fun anymore. You know?
Well, and there's another aspect of it too. And, you know, I never expected to like become rich playing guitar.
Well, no, I'm not saying get rich.
I'm just kind of bringing up a different aspect of it, because I know, like, you know, being in a like a wedding band, you're going to make more money than 95% of your original hard rock, heavy metal acts. I mean, it's just how it is. Mm-hmm. And just, you know, touring and stuff, it was weird. Like, you'd have one show where you get out there and just the crowd was awesome. Everybody digs your stuff. And then the next show you're playing somewhere and there's 10 people there and no one could really give a crap. And it was just weird. It was whole, you know, it's just a weird thing, you know?
Yeah. It sucks.
Mm-hmm. Like those gigs where the bar owner tells you guys to turn down because they can't hear the TV.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's the loser.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. You know, it's
the lottery numbers are coming on. Can you turn it down?
Or turn it off. Turn it off so we can hear the lottery numbers. Yeah. You know, I have so much more fun playing guitar right here in this room than I have played for, you know, thousands of people for a long time. It's just much more fun. There's no expectations except me, the guitar, and the amp. That's it. And it's fun again.
Well, plus, we're not young anymore, where it's like, you know, when you're 24, it's like all I want to do is go out and play and not have to worry about a damn thing and all this stuff. But now it's like, you know, but I would never try to deter anybody from trying to make a career out of music, even though it is hard. But
it's harder than brain surgery, because brain surgery, you can watch someone do it and learn it and do it. You can do it. Mm-hmm. Music, good luck.
And to become one of these guys you see, you know, these, you know, virtuoso guitar players or drummers or anything, I mean, you literally have to be obsessed, and like that's all you do. Sit in your room, play your butt off. And if you want to do anything else, you're screwing yourself because you literally have to be obsessed with what you want to do in life, you know?
I recently read an old interview with Warren DeMartini, and he would say, like, you know, my friends would go out on Saturday night, and I'd lock myself in my room for like 8 to 10 hours just practicing. That's what I know.
Well, that's one part of it. But then you need to get a band, and you need to start playing with a drummer, because playing in your room is not the same thing as playing with a drummer, where the time moves a little bit. You know, you may be playing to your metronome in your room, and that's all well and good, and you're really good at that, and you can scream and do everything. But it's a lot different when you're playing with a drummer, and it's a lot harder.
But it is exciting, and I wouldn't change the world. Just, you know, with friends and stuff, and it was just it's a lot of fun. But I would, and plus, just in general, like playing an instrument, I think is great for anybody. I don't care if you're, you know, 50, 15, whatever. It's such a great thing.
I love it. I wouldn't change anything I've ever done in my life. I wouldn't change it for anything. I still would like to be doing it. You know, at this point in my life, you know, I'm not healthy enough to go out and do it, but I'd like to go back out there and not have to worry about the money aspect and just go out and play and have fun. And that's the big thing. If you're looking to make a career out of it, you're probably not going to make it. If you're looking to go out there and have fun doing it, that's what it would be.
I 100% agree with that.
That's always been it for me. I've never wanted to actually be a musician, and I never took enough, you know, lessons back in the day. I took a couple, and I'm sitting with Tab and learning some favorite songs, but like I never, you know, ever imagined I would be a guitarist, or, you know, I wanted to be a vocalist, but I don't have the vocal chops. You know, I'm a funny idiot, so that's that's an actor, that's comedy, that's stuff like that. But
yeah, well, why don't you go be Adam Sandler somewhere else?
There you go. There you go.
I'm just kidding.
No, but I mean that's always been it for me. I mean, you know, as a kid, my parents were like, "You have to take an instrument." I'm like, well, I don't steal things. They're like, no, you got to learn an instrument. So, you know, they basically took me on a Saturday morning when like cartoons are on. You know, I'm sitting there with a bowl of Lucky Charms. Come on, you're coming with.
So what did they want you to play?
No, well, hold on. Space Ghost was on. They're pulling me out into the car. They drive me. They take me to Sears, right? They get me this country western acoustic guitar with vinyl strings, and they're like, how does it feel? I'm like, I don't like this. And what the hell am I going to do with that?
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I'd rather get a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
I'd rather have diarrhea.
Yeah, I like Def Leppard and Crocus and Twisted Sister, and they're like you gotta learn an instrument. So they bought me this vinyl guitar. They put me in this class where this fat old woman is showing me, okay, do it again. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Shave his belly with a rusty razor. And I'm like, I don't want to learn this. I want to watch Space Ghost. And I hated the instrument. And then when I like got older and heavy metal was great, then I wanted to like buy my own shit. And I started getting into guitars and like playing with Tab and stuff. And I only stopped when the music scene changed to grunge.
Oh, because it was too easy.
Yeah, but you know, in hindsight, I probably should have learned that stupid drunken sailor song. I'd probably be a good player now instead of an idiot.
Well, real quick, what I thought was a funny story. When I started playing guitar, my neighbor across the street, his name was Derek. He got it was kind of like a cross between a purple and pink Kramer with a white pick guard.
I probably own it now.
It had the pointy headstock with the gold Kramer logo on it. I forget what guitar it was.
Hold on, I'll go get it.
Yeah, and a rosewood fretboard.
That sounds like the flip flop.
Black hardware.
Like flip flop pink. Which is kind of like an ultraviolet. Flip flop pink was the color.
I might have a picture of it somewhere. But anyway, the funny thing is when he got home from getting it, his mother came into the room, opened up the case, and took the tremolo bar out of the case and said, before you play with this, you have to learn how to play the guitar first. And I'm sitting there, giggling my butt off. And I'm like, that's part of the fun of it, man.
It's like a father taking away a shotgun and say, nope, son, you're too young for this. First, you gotta learn gun safety. What the hell? It's a whammy bar. What's he gonna do with it? What harm is he gonna cause with it?
Maybe she thought if he's wanking on that, he's gonna be. Never mind.
Jackson ad. You remember that old Jackson ad? It said it showed a whammy bar. It said, "Here's something your mom won't mind you wanking on."
Oh, really?
Do you remember this?
No.
Listen, I'll try to find it for a future show. That's a real ad.
Oh, that's good.
That's great.
You know what's funny? If you show it, we'll all probably see it and be like, "Oh, I remember that." Yeah.
One of those great ads.
That's
it had some good ones back then.
Todd A.K. Soda Pop wants to know if I own any BC Rich snakeskin customs. I have probably about like 8 snakeskin strats from BC Rich.
Real snakeskin or painted?
No, it's a graphic. It's not like Warren DeMartini where he's literally stripping snakeskin and gluing it on the body. I mean, I don't have any real snakeskin, but like snakeskin graphics, yeah, I got probably about 8 of them. Let's see. A tour of my guitar room yet. My guitar collection, someone's asking, Citizen Kane is asking basically how I keep my guitars, display or in cases, and do I have a guitar room? No, I keep my guitars between 4 different houses. I have my house, my parents' house, my girlfriend's house, and my best friend's house. I don't use storage areas. I don't trust them. But I do have them spread out between various occupied, safe, secure houses. And they're all in cases except for the room that I'm in. I usually keep somewhere between 4 and 10 out at a time, just so I could like reach across and like play different things. I have a large collection, so I rotate them in and out. So I always have a variety to play with. But I live in an earthquake zone in Hollywood, so I don't keep things on the wall because one good earthquake, guitars will be flying.
Well, speaking of that, Johnny, that's how you have that big nick in the back of your, right? Your Music Man EVH?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Earthquake?
An earthquake knocked my EVH Music Man off the stand back in '93, and it got a nick in the back of the neck, like right around the 2nd fret in the back.
Which is where your thumb spends a lot of time, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I've been playing that guitar all these years since 93 with that little nick on it. So to me, it feels normal. To me, any other Music Man without that doesn't feel normal to me.
No, I'm laughing at that comment.
I was reaching for my wrench as well. On
no,
that.
leave it. Oh, come on. Leave that. Come on, if anybody says anything about me, leave it up there. I think it's funny.
Does your wife know?
Not yet. Actually, she's known for years. It's just...
No, let me tell you something. The other thing is you have to realize having a guitar collection, when you have a really big collection, it's a responsibility. So you have to make sure the wood, it's in climate controlled areas so the wood doesn't dry out, and you keep your boards oiled, and you don't want the strings to deaden. And when you keep guitars out on hangers, the sun fades the graphics, the strings deaden, the wood, the neck usually gets tweaked when the weather changes, and sometimes the wood dries and needs to be oiled. It's a lot less maintenance when you keep them in the cases when you're not playing. And they're safer. They don't get dusty. I just keep a couple out at a time. There's always something out.
Unless you're Dave Nesdahl, man. He's, that wall is legendary. I mean, people are stealing the pictures of his walls, the wall, and posting it as themselves,
Who would do such a thing?
I wish I could say their name on here, but I'm not allowed.
Yeah, no, that's funny. It's really fun. Watch, I'm gonna see my body with an egg and a pink beanie tomorrow, like this. Yeah. Instagram, but I'll be an egg.
Mm-hmm. The egg.
The egg.
That one egg. You guys know about that one egg?
Oh, that
Eggy Van Halen.
There's a picture of an egg that's like the biggest like meme ever, and it's just an egg.
It's the egg that broke the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It was like previously it was Kim Kardashian with that champagne bottle on her butt, and then it was that. No, that's real. That's real. Believe it or not. And now it's like just this plain photo of an egg that they just wanted to see how many likes they could get, and everyone jumped on board and just like shut down the internet for a day.
Shut it down. Shut it down now.
Shut it down. Hey, tech moron, get that egg off of there. It's blowing up the internet. Hey, if you guys have enjoyed the show tonight, I'm it's probably just the four of us, but if you've enjoyed the show, please give us thumbs up. We would love some thumbs up today. Right?
Yep.
It'd be unique. A good day.
I know who one of the thumbs downs is from. I think we all know that by now.
I apologize.
He didn't mean it.
Yeah.
So I know we can't say we're done, but
we good? That seems we get bumper stickers that say "We good." The Johnny Beane Show. We good? Question mark.
Mm-hmm. See, someone just came up with $1 million idea for you, Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, I've got an idea.
He just gave you an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I want 10 of those bumper stickers.
Mm-hmm. I've got another idea though too.
What is
that? Well, I can't say.
Let me steal it.
Okay.
Johnny was going to go on Shark Tank, but someone watching the show just stole the idea.
You know what's funny? I had an idea for an app a few months ago, and I think it's one of those ideas that's like, that's a good idea. Sometimes you think of something, you're like, yeah, it's cool. But this idea, I think, is, crazy. So I have a friend who is a graphic designer and stuff, and he can make apps. And I told him about this idea like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and I haven't heard from him since. And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I going to see him like, driving a Jaguar?
You're going to go into Bed Bath & Beyond. It's going to be a friend. I
don't know. I'm going to see the app in the App Store one day. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then, yeah. Son of a B.
My Jaguar from Jay. Jay's idea for my Jaguar.
Yep. All right, see ya.
Yeah, we should probably come up with "We Good" T-shirts. That is a great idea. That's fun.
Well, that's what I wasn't going to say, but I wasn't going to say that. But
I just screwed it. Right now, someone's bootlegging them. Right now, right now, there's a heavy-set, tough-looking Asian woman running to a hidden basement in New York City, about to yell at and beat small children. Yo, quick, start sewing our logo. Oh, we good? Sew our logo now. Quick, get out on the street. Sell. Every sweatshop right now is going for those "We Good" T-shirts. I've just got children beaten because of my stupidity. So sorry.
Oh my gosh. Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody make a GIF out of Howie licking his Donecker back there.
I have never seen a dog so intimate in one show. It's like this should be our Valentine's Day show.
Well, it's Valentine's week still, is it? No, it's over.
No, it's not. I went to Target yesterday, and all the candy, the Valentine's Day shelves are bare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and now it's all, huh?
I bought it all.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend came over last night with a monster bag of Valentine's candy, chocolate out my wazoo. I'm gonna be shitting for a week. I mean, great stuff, but like, holy crap! I'm gonna get like acne like a 13-year-old. Tons of chocolate. It's all on sale.
Wow.
Chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Like you know about the CVS sale, like the next day after all the holidays.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
$1 a heart.
Yeah. Yeah, but now it's all Easter. They're putting all the Easter stuff up.
I'm surprised they're not up to Christmas already.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out earlier every year.
Mm-hmm. I think in August.
I think that was the Asian woman breaking ceramic tiles over those children's heads.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
That was the shop foreman committing harikari.
Ah.
Hit it.
All right.
Hit it, CC.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he played that guitar, didn't he? Yeah.
Not this. CC played Gunslingers. I have a few of his. I'll bring onto the show eventually. I have a couple of CC DeVille guitars, some cool ones. Ones you'll be like, you have that?
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. All right, David Nesdall, good to see you. Jay Hannon.
Good seeing you guys.
Jonathan.
Sir.
Yeah.
Mom, is that you?
All right. Don't hang up because we'll do another hour, off camera.
You guys can.
Me. I'm out.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Fat kid and dodgeball. Like.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll see you guys later. Probably Friday. There you go. 8 o'clock Eastern. And yeah, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you just wandered in here and you're wondering what happened.
What the hell this was?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you everyone in the chat. You guys are great. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, everybody. You guys rock.
Yeah. Rock on, everybody. All right. See you guys later. Johnny Beane TV. Good night.
Thumbs up.
Mm.